Bum 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 bum.
That's it.
Bum 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 bum.
That's the intro.
That's the intro.
It says that's it.
What is up?
No. No.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scares here.
No, that one's worse.
Top of the morning to you, ladies.
Dude. Jacob's just got intros baked into his brain.
Dude.
No. Boom, boom, boom. Oh no. Oh no. Episode 81. 2 degrees of separation.
The
I
max
hope-
level of base Skyrim.
Oh, it is. Base Skyrim?
81, I believe, was the max level.
Oh, well. I don't remember. Episode 81. 2 degrees of separation. We are your hosts. My name is Eli.
My name is Killer
No.
Jacob.
Oh, there you go.
Meme star.
There you go.
Let's get right into the news.
No. No. My cheeks already hurt and we're 60
I'm
seconds
a funny
deep.
guy. I'm a funny guy.
Ah,
I'm a funny
dude.
guy.
My cheeks hurt.
I love Tesla.
The Did he say
Dude,
it like
he
that?
said
He said Tesla.
Tesla.
No.
I love Tesla.
Just straight up no. No. A lot. I mean, I was going to say a lot happened this week, but like not that much happened this week, but then like I'm sitting here like looking at this and I'm like, no, a fair bit of like really cool things happened this week, right? Like really cool
Totally.
things. I mean, I guess. There's one thing
I've
I
been-
got to get off. What?
I've been dying to know about
What?
this donation fee
Hey,
crap.
hey, listen, because it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah, you texted it to me and said, hold on to that.
I texted Jacob.
All right, man. Diamond hands. Hodl. 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 Dude.
I texted Jacob 2 weeks ago. Literally 2 words. And I said, donation fee. And I said, hold on to this. All right. I got to get this off my chest. And I wanted to talk about it last week, it being St. Patrick's Day. And St. Patrick's Day is,
Irish.
it is, well, technically it is a Catholic, it is a Catholic holiday is what it is. So I wanted to talk about this. The cathedral here in New Orleans, and I'm not speaking for all churches. I don't know how this works other places, but New Orleans is rampant with this stuff. All right. So you can get married in this cathedral.
Oh,
you can
really?
get married. Yeah. But you have to schedule it like 4 years in advance. All right.
Ooh.
So hopefully nothing happens.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying?
things are gonna get easier.
All right.
Ooh, they're gonna get brighter.
But right, you're like, dang, okay, you can reserve the church, but it's a church, right? It's church.
Bless up.
Well, no, what I'm trying to say is, no, wait, is that like,
You don't want to donate to the church?
no, no, I've donated at churches before. I even did it when we were in Salem. But here's the thing, right? Like actual like at mass, right? They got the donation bowl, what have you.
Is
basket.
that only a Catholic thing?
I genuinely don't know. Jacob, every church I've ever been to, no, it's not only a Catholic thing, because the one we went to in Salem was not Catholic.
Did Jesus ask for alms?
Alms for the poor.
Alms for
Alms.
the poor. Alms for the poor. Penny for a blind man.
Oh, no. So All right.
Don't they
You
say money is the devil?
wh-
And then they're asking for it from your pockets?
dude. Uh, listen. It's the St. Louis Cathedral? Yeah. It's the St. Louis Cathedral. That's what it's called. This thing, I've been in it a couple times now, and it is like legitimately absolutely baffling.
Oh, they got the ceiling art?
Oh,
They got the
dude.
dome with the
Oh.
ceiling art?
I don't know if it's
They're like, we
disrespectful.
could be Rome.
Don't know if it's disrespectful. First time I went in there, I took pictures of everything. Don't care. Sorry. Sorry. Took pictures of everything because it's like the architecture is mind blowing. But so you could have a wedding there if you wanted to. But here's the catch, right? Here's the catch. You're like, okay, I get to schedule my wedding here. Not any Joe Blow is gonna go have their wedding here. Because for you to have a wedding at this church, not only do you have to have a reservation, right? You have to pay for it.
A small loan.
You have to pay for it in a legal matter. And this is where I totally agree with you, Jacob, when you say money's the devil. Because, right?
Well, I don't say that. They do.
Well, they do. But
I'll take the money.
Jacob said, hey, I got it. But, right? You don't pay the church to have the wedding there. The church, reaches out to you and says, we are asking for this donation fee of $10,000 to host your wedding at the church.
Man, we calling out
And
a scheme.
and dude, like if
Ain't
you
nothing like avoiding taxes.
if you don't pay the donation fee, guess what? You're not having the wedding at the church. That's a pretty legal gray area to me, brother. Because you're
what
forcing
would
somebody.
God say about this?
You're right? You're forcing somebody to pay a donation fee. It's not a donation, it's a requirement.
Hey,
That's so
guess what?
dumb.
The lawn is free.
Like, I'm not even complaining about the fact that you can't have, like, I mean, that it costs to have a wedding there. I'm complaining about the fact that you're calling it a donation.
I mean,
And it's just a payment. All right? And then here, and once again, I don't know if this is other places because I've only experienced it here. Let's say you wanted to get your somebody to read your tarot, right? They've got tons of people in the city that do tarot readings. There's tons of people in front of the cathedral that do tarot readings. All right? And when Jack was here, we went to the cathedral and Jack was like, I got to get my tarot read. And I was like,
they read your tarot at the cathedral?
outside of the cathedral. People, dude, this stuff happening outside of this cathedral is insane. You got bands set up, taking money. You got people have their own, like just a chair and a table and like a nice tablecloth, right? And it's for a tarot reading. You got palm readers out there. You got all this stuff out in front, like directly at the entrance of the cathedral.
And you can't get married?
Yeah.
You know what I'd do? What I'd do? I'd
What?
set up a stand, become an ordained minister, and marry people right in front of the thing. Dude. Dude, are you kidding me?
You also
Killing it.
you also, you have to be Catholic to get married there. In the sense of you had to have gone through like the steps.
You have to stand and sit 30 times a day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, multiple times. For weeks. But so Jack was like, I gotta get my tarot cards read. Like, that's cool. I want to do it. And I was like, right? And then he was like, yeah, but I still want to do it because we're in New Orleans, right? So he sits down. Dude starts talking, yada yada, starts reading. No, he didn't start reading. Before he started reading the tarot cards,
He said, "Can I have a donation?"
he said the donation fee is $25. Dude, I'm listen.
See, they're just avoiding taxes.
No. In this scenario, you don't have to have a license to do this stuff. You don't have to have a permit to do this stuff if it's donations. Dude.
Yeah, so are they?
I mean, yeah, they're dodging taxes 100%.
Yeah,
because
I was gonna say,
these people,
they're still not
on top of it, these people taking Square, dude, like Venmo, like
Cash App, Zelle, Facebook money payments.
I need to know if this
all.
happens other places, because even when we went to Salem, there was people reading palms and tarot cards there. Obviously, it's Salem. But you paid for it. It didn't say there was a donation fee. You paid for it. You actually paid for it. And we wonder why some of the dumb stuff happens in New Orleans. In like,
oh, I don't wonder.
Well, at this point, yeah. I mean, there is no wondering. It's just in your
Y'all
face.
got drive-through daiquiris.
We got drive-through alcohol. It's fine. It's okay. It's whatever, dude. And even that's a mind-blowing thing, dude. And have I told you about that? Have I told you about like what the restriction is? Like,
yeah, a lid without a straw.
That's it.
Hey, you know what? I popped that lid off. I put the lid back on. No, officer.
That's not open.
And then he looks in my passenger seat and sees 3 empty cups and goes, "Are those all from today?"
Yeah.
I'll say, "No, they all have lids on them."
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's like New Orleans crazy. So I really need to know if the donation fee thing is a thing other places. Like, another place I expect like a donation fee fiasco would be like California. I really expect like big tour, like Venice Beach, you know? I expect a lot of like stuff out there doing just that. Donations.
Honestly, they probably are just working on scamming you more than the government.
I mean, yeah, 100%. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Out in California, especially.
Oh, yeah, in California. 100%.
I'll tell you what, there's a place in the valley with fruits and veggies for like 25 cents a pound. It's crazy.
What did you just say?
Yeah. When
I
was out there,
there's no
dude,
way.
Brad straight up goes, "We're going to turn down this road and things are going to get cheaper as we go." And he
said that?
Dead on.
He said that.
Yeah, he said there's going to be shops along the road. And sure enough, like 25 cents for like 5 avocados and stuff like that. It was insane.
You know how much an avocado costs? Like $1.50.
Well,
dude, what? That's crazy. That's actually, dang.
Did you know how much water it takes to grow 1 almond?
No, I mean, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot.
1.1 gallons of water per almond. Per almond.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that. I mean, any fruit or vegetable by technicality, right? Because
and these suckers want to save the planet, and they're drinking almond milk, dude. Dude, there's chocolate rivers in Africa, and you're drinking almond milk.
He said chocolate rivers.
Dude, they got Willy Wonka.
Dude, there's no. He said chocolate rivers. Nuts and chocolate rivers.
1.1 gallons. I don't even know why I thought about it. Oh, because when we were going through there, we
Yeah.
drove through like this area and it looks like mountains. And then
Yeah.
you get close and it's just mounds of almonds.
That's crazy. I mean, like,
It's like
How-
9
hold
swimming
up.
pools per pile.
how do you calculate how much water it takes to grow an almond? How do you calculate that?
I don't know. How do
Because,
they
like-
calculate calories in food? Science.
I mean,
Science!
Science. No, but I'm saying, like, how do you calculate that? Because there's gonna be 8 almonds that pop out at the same time. I mean, there's gonna be more than that, you know? I guess you take it, you find how many almonds sprout, right?
Whoa, it's 1 to 3 gallons per 1 almond plus shell and hull.
It's over. Ever since you know what I'm doing? I mean, maybe not because it's really expensive. I'm gonna go to Aldi. I'm gonna check it out. I really do.
Aldi.
I thoroughly do like mixed nuts, right? Like hey buddy. Say hey buddy.
I didn't say anything. You're the one who made it weird.
Hey, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was looking at the
Anyways.
almonds.
When we were going, I don't know if you remember this so much. I mean, you probably do because we were around it frequently enough that at our grandparents' house they always had little trays or like bowls with mixed nuts in them, but they were all like in their shells, and they had the nutcracker, like the little nunchuck looking thing, and you crack it. Jacob doesn't remember.
I don't think I ever did that, but I feel like I have a memory. The only thing I can think about that our grandparents ever had was like candied almonds.
No, I'm talking mom's
The
parents.
other?
Mom's parents. Yeah. 100%. Shout out, Gran, dude. I know you're
Yeah.
listening. Love you.
Happy spring. They
Happy,
got, like,
happy
8
spring.
inches of snow up there.
Yeah, Pat. He says happy spring.
She sent me a photo and said
That's
happy
crazy.
spring or first day of spring tomorrow, and it's just a mound of snow.
Pass. That's like
It
crazy.
was
It's
72
the middle of
degrees the
March.
day she sent that.
It's
I
the middle of
sent her-
March, dude.
Grass.
Yeah.
Just
He's like, look at how green this is. But yeah, no. The bowls of mixed nuts. Like, I've been craving that, but like, you know how expensive nuts are, dude? Like,
I'll eat cashews all day long, dude.
no, you won't. You'll be poor. You thought eggs were expensive?
I'll eat cashews all day long, dude.
Dude, there's no way.
Legume. Legume. Guess they're not nuts, but they're
Legumes.
legumes.
I love legumes, dude. I really do. Like, all of them. I love them. Not so much walnuts. I mean, like, what's the point of walnuts?
I like walnuts. No, I like walnuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
You
eating
get some
all-
salted
walnuts?
walnuts. Walnut halves? You never got some walnut halves and just munch down?
No.
Ah. You're not a lover
Almonds?
of mixed nuts.
Almonds. slap.
squirrel.
Dude.
You
ain't no Cashews?
chipmunk.
I love cashews.
I love
my
cashews.
dude.
Pistachios?
Oh. I used to be. There was a point in my life when I found out about the bug burrowing inside pistachios. I was like, I can't do it. I'm done eating pistachios. I didn't eat
Loser.
pistachios. I didn't
Do you
eat
eat peanut
pistachios.
butter?
I love peanut butter. But listen. There's bits and pieces in peanut butter. Whereas pistachios, this beetle gets up in there, and it's whole beetle. You eating whole beetle. All right.
30 or more insect fragments per 100 grams.
Fragments, dude. Fragments.
Did you know I think
Fragments.
it's Red 4 is made
it just-
from crushed Bugs?
Yeah. Was it Red? A Red
Red
Dye
4.
just got banned. A Red Dye just got
I
banned.
think that was Red 40.
I was gonna say I knew it had a 4. I couldn't remember if it was
Because
4
I think
or
that's
14.
like a synthetic food dye, where Red 4 is
Straight up beetle,
natural
dude.
because
And what's really gross about it is the beetles are like brown or like black, and then they just get emaciated and then put in water, and it's just here's the red.
Love me some Skittles. Red Skittles.
You know what I'm saying?
No. What? How did we get here, dude?
I don't know, dude.
It's been 20 minutes of
legumes are great.
Catholic nut talk, dude. What are we doing?
You can't say that.
He's gone. He's dying.
You can't say that.
I did.
There's anyways.
What else happened this week?
Still mad about the donation fees, but anyways, what happened? What else happened this week? Brother?
What's up, brother?
Jon Bellion dropped. And he dropped in like for the modern age, right? He dropped in such a way that was just like the weirdest thing in the world. I didn't know
What you mean?
Well, I didn't know the Beautiful Mind website was a forum. It always has been. But then he just changed it. But then the people who were signed up or like were a part of the forum or signed up to the newsletter, yada yada, he straight up was like, "Yo, I'm dropping a song Friday, but you people here get to listen to it on Wednesday. Not only do you get to listen to it on Wednesday, I'm dropping the music video." And he physically released this stuff in the sense of you can own it. Like, you can download the MP3.
Dude, we could play it right now, and it won't affect us.
That's actually crazy, because he's not signed. Wow.
He even said in the email from the forum that the whole purpose is to just share it.
That's
and
crazy.
he even said, like, chop it up. Do whatever you want with it.
That's
insane.
Listen, it's insane.
Shout out Jon Bellion.
Dude, oh my goodness. And he's made... I can't remember...
Who's Jon Bellion?
I don't know if we've talked about Jon in depth so much, but this man has created some of like the biggest hits in pop culture. Jacob just whipping out the... Is it just a poster? Oh, yeah. He's got the signed poster. But he, like, I feel like we have talked about Jon before. He did, let's see. Like, he's done a ton of people. Let's see. No, not his discography. I mean, so he did Ghost for Justin Bieber.
Yep.
He wrote, I mean, this one goes way back. He did the verse, well, not the verse. He wrote the chorus for Rihanna for The Monster. Like, he wrote the chorus
The Monster?
for her. That's, yeah, I mean.
Is that the name of the song? The Monster?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why does that not feel right?
Is it really? He's written for Miley Cyrus, Christina Aguilera. He did like a very good majority of Jonas Brothers' latest album. He's written for Camila Cabello, Halsey, Selena Gomez, Katy Perry, Jason Derulo, Zedd.
Jon Bellion is Hollywood's best ghostwriter.
Literally.
John Baptiste.
He wrote for John Baptiste. Like, he has done an unbelievable amount of songs in pop culture. Yet nobody really knows who Jon is, which is like great. And we talked a couple weeks back because he took Kid Again off of all streaming platforms. He went ghost. He like Kid Again existed, but then Jacob, but then this is what I wanted to talk about. I looked up John because I was like, I thought he was done dropping music on streaming platforms. Like I thought he was done doing that, right?
Oh no, it's coming back out. I think today, didn't it?
So on Spotify, I don't know how it is on Apple. On Spotify, the song "Wash" dropped today. The day we're recording the episode, by the way, Friday. Um, it officially dropped today, and I mean according to Spotify, it says he's signed to UMG, so that being Universal. So it says, but
Insert young me or young lean.
anyways, anyways, if you look on Spotify, the latest release being Wash, right? So I clicked on it and then saw released alongside Wash was Kid Again. It was re-released, so it
Yep.
is now back on Spotify or
'Cause
well
those are
streaming
the
services.
two first singles off of
Did
his
he name
next
the
album.
album? Oh, I was like, he named the album? Huh?
No.
What? Yeah, it's his first actual single for an album in 6 years. And I'm
I've
sitting
been
here
waiting.
looking. I'm looking at this. So Kid Again has 6.1 million plays on Spotify. Wash right now currently has 5,000 plays.
I'm
5.6
not
thousand.
surprised.
I mean, we're talking about a dude who is like,
It also just came out today, and the thing is,
yeah.
a majority of his fans already got the song,
Oh, I mean,
not on Spotify.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it'd suck though that like it just kind of gets put to the wayside. Like, dude, come on.
Dude,
Come on,
that coat.
dude. He
Dude,
killed it.
insert the music. Insert the music.
That's killer. It's killer. It really is. The song's great. I probably will insert the music. But it's great.
Just a little snippet.
a little
Just a little
snippet.
snippet.
So John dropped, and that's like super exciting because yeah, very excited to get another album. Very excited about that. So that was a cool thing that happened this week, and it's dude, Kid Again was unreal. Wash, what?
I'm talking 0.005%
Oh yeah,
of
Jacob's
top listeners.
Jacob was in it, brother. In
Dude.
it. Like, and then even this song, the way he, I don't even understand because he's not on time, like, at all. It's so like the weirdest. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like this is going to be a concept album of some sort.
I mean, but he's not. This isn't like the first time he's done something like this per se. All of his
I
music
know,
is
but
very
just-
got a vibe to it. You
I
know?
just mean with the music video itself, it feels very like
him-
leading up to something.
the gas station. The
Yeah,
gas
exactly.
station?
And then that beam
Like
when
what's
he
what-
puts the pick into the ice, like
what's
what?
happening here, brother? Hey, what's happening? You know. So yeah, really excited about that. I'm genuinely excited to see what else is happening behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I think he's making a documentary for the album. You didn't hear that from me, but I heard that from someone.
Need it.
Yeah,
Need it.
for real.
Need it. You guys like John's also released on like over on his YouTube. You can just watch him produce the music that he's released, like a bunch of like really big songs that he's released.
Or that like hour-long studio session he did that he live streamed.
Like I don't understand. Like he's
That's
crazy.
so good.
He straight up just loves music. He just loves music.
Heck yeah, dude.
That's sick. Shout out John. Go listen.
Shout
not
out John
not
Bellion.
the song rec for the week, but guess what? I'm putting Wash.
Oh,
on
I
there.
was gonna say go listen to it either way.
I mean, go listen to
honestly.
Wash. Go listen to Wash by John Bellion.
Go listen to all of John Bellion.
Go listen to all.
Go
of
listen
John
to all
Bellion.
of it.
100%.
You might have heard All Time Low.
That was on the radio.
That was on the radio. That was a
Millennium.
very
Millennium song made it to the radio too. What the heck is it called? I literally can think of like I Good Things Fall Apart. It was on the radio. Good Things Fall Apart was on the radio. Yep.
Shout out John Bellion.
Shout out John Bellion, dude. If you're into music,
else?
oh my goodness.
What else happened this week?
This
do you-
at this
well-
point, this is all you, dude.
Yeah.
The rest of the stuff that happened this week, it's all you. Dude, it's all you.
Me?
Yeah, well,
Me.
yeah.
All right, for starters, the Game Pass, the new Game Pass hub got leaked.
Which is
And,
actually tight.
Hear me out.
Huh.
So the leak is that it looks like you're going to be able to link your Steam account to the Game Pass. Which you
Cool.
can do that with Ubisoft's launcher.
There's
but
another
here's
launcher.
where- here's where my brain connected some dots.
Oh, hold up. You about to tell me something I don't know?
I'm about to theorize something that is very possible.
Okay. Okay.
Microsoft's making a handheld device.
This is actually a factual statement.
Now, if that handheld device lets me play, If that handheld device lets
There's
me
no way.
play
There's no way.
the Game Pass
There's-
and my Steam games,
There's no way.
No, there is, because Sony
Does the Ally
is
do that?
Ain't nobody do that.
Dude,
Sony's going to be in the dust.
dude,
But
Microsoft,
anyways,
Microsoft out here just listen.
throwing
You know-
away the Xbox and going, watch me do it.
You know how you know how long, right? Because so they didn't release a pro version of their newest consoles like Sony did.
Nope.
They were just like, we're backpedaling or like we're slowing it down on this. But then you know how long people have been asking for an portable Xbox? Ever since the PSP came out. Ever since the
So-
PSP came out, people are asking for an Xbox handheld.
So
ever
if
since.
you can play, and I could totally see Microsoft doing this just to be like, y'all suck.
Dude,
Watch us let Steam games run on our device with Game Pass, and then you could probably cloud stream everything from the Game Pass onto that device
dude,
anywhere.
listen.
It's
This-
GG.
If this happens, this
if
is
this
the-
happens, I was here first.
dude,
I
it would
called
be
that.
the biggest slap in the face to PlayStation, to Sony, because
Well, they bought From Software, so I don't care what happens to Sony at this point.
you losers. Because at least Microsoft's releasing the games on other consoles, whereas Sony's like, guess what? We're still keeping them to ourselves.
Yeah.
The Silent Hill 2 remake still has not made it to Xbox. Dude, like what?
Well, it's on PC.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
loser.
Still playing PC. But the only game very upset I never got to play was Bloodborne.
Shad PS4.
Dude.
Shad PS4.
I am not
60 frames.
I am not stooping to Sony's level and buying their stupid console for a single game.
You don't have to.
Hey, listen, shh.
We live
know.
in the age of the internet.
I know. But yeah, no, it would be a huge slap in the face to Sony just because the PlayStation has like beat the Xbox for the past, I mean, literally 8 to 10 years now. Ever since the 360. Ever since the 360.
You mean like after the 360, right?
Well, I'm saying after. Sorry.
I was
No.
gonna-
Oh yeah. The PlayStation 3 had nothing on the 360. The PlayStation 3 had nothing on the 360. Nothing.
Well,
Sorry.
I
Nah.
was talking to somebody earlier about this.
I mean, I had
you didn't
MotorStorm.
Dude. You didn't have to pay to play online on the PlayStation 3.
That's
That
actually
was the
huge.
only only
mean, that's huge.
dub they had over Xbox Live was that
Look-
you didn't need to pay for it.
And
But
then also
Xbox
that, like-
controller, better.
Oh.
Everything about the 360, better.
Dude,
Don't
hold
care.
up.
Fable 2?
Hold
Fable? Fable 3?
look at this nasty
The
old
Kinect?
dude. This look at ready. Watch. It's yellow.
Dude.
You know how old this is? This is when I play games. When I play games on my computer, this is what I use.
Ooh, really? This is what
This is
I
what-
use.
Get out of here. I'm not paying $1 million for a controller.
Look at. I got 1, 2, 3,
so
4,
gross.
5, 6 extra buttons.
Dude.
Loser.
L7. Winning, dude.
And I use all 6 of those buttons to play Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Oh no, what a segue. Dude. Listen, before you go off on this, I'm going to say this. Hey, buddy, you stop talking over there. It was she who shall not be named. She's going to start recording me soon, so.
Probably already is.
Probably already is. I mean, it is, but, game looks great. It absolutely, I am very excited to play it. And having not played it, but having seen things, and even like the day leading up to the drop, brother, Ubisoft might make a turnaround. They might make a turnaround. They might make a turnaround.
I'll start with the downsides, right?
Okay,
Voice
Okay.
acting could be better.
better than Connor.
Still better than Connor.
Sorry.
That's all I got. So
I was waiting
no,
for something. He said,
the cutscenes are 30
That's it.
frames, which is
I
kind
don't-
of like but it's because of consoles, and I feel
I
like
mean, yeah.
within the next month we'll probably get an update that fixes
Dude.
that.
the cutscene you showed me was insane.
Dude,
For Assassin's Creed? For Assassin's
Okay.
Creed, that was insane.
Okay, hear me out. The first hour of that game, dude, it's The Last of Us all over again.
Oh.
And that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I don't know.
The first hour of that game goes from like, all right, this is kind of cool to, hey, what's going on?
No.
They hit you with 5 different twists in
Okay.
a matter of like 2 minutes at one point. It's like one after another.
The beginning. Oh, no, okay. I'm thinking you're saying like the actual literal beginning of The Last of Us, like the very very first scene.
Yeah, I'm talking the
I'm not-
prologue.
I was thinking like
prologue.
right after that first scene where it's just like walking simulator for the first
No,
literal hour of the game.
No, dude.
Okay. He says no.
The cutscene for the prologue ended,
No.
and I was sad. But not only that, then like 30 minutes later, it gets even more sad. They're like, "Oh, you thought you were sad?
Let's make it worse.
Start crying, dude." Dude. But no,
Where's
for
the
real?
waterfall?
Everybody complaining about the options of like relationships in the game. Hear me out. Doesn't have to be that way. You choose the buttons you press for one.
Very true.
Everybody complaining about destroying temples. Once again, you choose the buttons you press.
I mean, that's the perfect example of that. The perfect example of that is going back to any old Assassin's Creed game in which you killed a civilian. If you killed a civilian 3 times, that was it. That was it. They straight
Did
up were
y'all
like
ever play Ninja Gaiden?
guided.
Gaiden? Whatever. Gaiden.
Did you say J?
Gai. Gai.
You're making it worse.
Gai. Yeah, but there is a full-blown canon mode in the game. Removes
Which is
all of the
tight.
RPG dialogue types.
And that was a great
And
idea
there's-
for them. It really was.
That's
really
how I'm
was.
playing it, and I don't regret it one bit.
Yeah.
One bit. If you don't like the English voice acting, there is a Japanese like
And it's probably
overlay
just
audio.
slaps.
It feels like I'm watching an anime a little bit.
It probably slaps.
It does in the context of roaming the world.
I mean, yeah, of
Um,
course, yeah.
Beyond that, dude,
Dude,
the visuals
unreal. Oh,
pretty much
wait,
Red Dead
wait.
Redemption 2.
I saw a video. I saw a video where they were in just like an open clearing and there was snow. All right? And the sun rose and they did a time lapse in the game. The sun rose in the game. Time lapse, right?
Mhm.
The snow melted in real time. In
A lot of the world is dynamic. Like there's when you're walking down paths, if you run into a spot of leaves, like they'll all kick up. If the wind comes through, all
sick.
the stuff starts blowing around.
Sick.
There's a lot of good attention to detail,
That's what you want.
and the combat pretty fun. It's
But
very
dude. Dude.
I wanna equate it to like kind of like Batman games.
Oh, Batman's fun though. Some people really
Yeah.
did, yeah, but a lot of people really didn't like the combat in Batman. Where I loved it. I loved it. I loved
It's
the
not as clunky as Batman by any means.
yeah.
The two characters, the way they fashioned out, I can't remember the guy's name. I think it's Yasuke or something like that. The way because the main character in the game
I
is
think you're
Naue,
right.
which is the ninja
Yeah.
essentially. And the way the story kind of plays on one person's story and the other is really interesting.
Okay.
And then the dynamic of having a brute who can just power through stuff, and then the stealth aspect.
Has
Dude, you can take out candles and lights,
that's
and it
sick.
makes them harder to see you. You
That's
can
sick.
throw knives at icicles hanging off of buildings in the
Sick.
winter, and they'll distract people. They put a lot of attention into the detail of the game.
That's
And hey, I said it was going to be good.
what is it at right now? What is it at right now?
Very positive on Steam, 81%.
That's not what I'm looking at. AC Shadows. Boom. Let's see. Hot off the press. Metacritic. It actually went up to an 81. It was at an 80. It went up. It went up. That's wow.
No, I think there was a hate train for
That's crazy. That's crazy.
no reason. There was a hate train for no reason.
I wouldn't
No
say no
reason.
I wouldn't say no reason. I wouldn't say no reason because like
No, I disagree with you
you
entirely.
said it yourself. You said it yourself. You literally your goal was to play through the Assassin's Creed franchise. And you made it to Valhalla. You skipped Odyssey, first of all. You skipped
here we go.
Odyssey. You didn't finish Valhalla.
I beat Valhalla once,
I mean,
and that's a 100+ hour game.
Yeah. But
Odyssey, man.
But see, if we look at the last couple Assassin's Creed games, Hope was not good. And then prior to this game dropping, what game dropped?
Mirage.
Oh, I forgot about Mirage. I'm not even talking about Assassin's Creed, dude. Outlaws.
Kingdom Come. Oh, Outlaw. Oh, that was. I don't even think that was Montreal though.
Oh well. Nonetheless,
The thing is,
people as an overview were not hopeful in Ubisoft dropping something that was going to be good.
okay. Well, then why are people still playing Rainbow Six?
That's a valid point. And they just like dropped something crazy for
If we're
Rainbow
all gonna
Six.
trash on Ubisoft because of 2 bad games, 3 bad games, why do we just want them to fail?
That's true. I mean, well, this takes me back to last week when we were talking when I mentioned like, yeah, we talk smack about video games, right? We do, but like,
Oh yeah.
still, I love video games. I have played through, dude, to this day, I can wholeheartedly say Deadly Premonition as a game is not a good game. It is not a good game. I have beat Deadly Premonition 3 times. 3 times! 3 times! Dude. 3 times! And I love it. Do I understand that it sucked? Yeah, I do. But it was, everybody has their own opinion. That's the thing. So,
And yeah, that whole hate train was trying to
yeah.
basically solidify the opinion of everybody as a bad game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
And
basically, yeah.
here we are. The game's good, and people are still looking for reasons to
It is-
complain
It is
based on their choices in the game.
it is legitimately right as of right now the highest selling game globally on Steam. It is the highest selling. Day one, it reached over a million players. Day one.
Day one. Dude, I got it a day early.
And
If they had counted the day before.
and that's insane because, like I said, the last major drop from Ubisoft was Outlaws. And that was and I think Outlaws put a bad taste in everybody's mouth when it comes to Ubisoft as a whole. Not so much the different studios, but Ubisoft.
I don't feel that way, and my reason for that is I'm not super crazy about Star Wars, and I feel like a lot of gamers are very into sci-fi. So when something they love deeply isn't as fantastic as they expect, they just explode.
They explode.
It's
I mean,
I mean,
you're right.
There's so many games that were trashed on back in like the 2010s that now people look back on, they're like, oh, that game was a classic.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. So, I mean,
what are we doing? What are we doing?
I will say this. Massive round of applause for the studio that worked on Shadows, considering
Montreal.
they straight up said, shout out Ubisoft Montreal.
Also made Black Flag.
Black Flag was great.
They're making it again.
Dude, make it great again. No, I'm sorry. No.
I love Tesla.
No, dude. No.
I love Shadows.
That's not. No. Straight up.
We're gonna make it good. No. That's what Trump showed up. He said, "Look, we're gonna make it good. We're gonna make it great."
But what I wanted to say was the fact that they straight up said that basically the team working on this game, they were fresh to the gaming industry for the most part.
Yeah, they basically just foiled on themselves. Instead, it's a bunch of fresh off the press developers.
Like, that's insane.
Learning how to develop a game as they go.
That's insane. It's actually insane. And then they hit so many roadblocks, dude. Like, the entire game was leaked a week ago. Like,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And
so good for them. Like, seriously, that is awesome. It really is. It really is.
I am 6 hours into the game.
Yeah.
And I'm nowhere.
Clicking thing.
I'm nowhere. I just run around and explore. The map is massive.
I'm excited to play it. I am. The last game I played was Origins. That was the last one that I played was Origins.
And that was a big map too.
I played Odyssey, but I only played it for like 2 hours, and then I couldn't. If I could have skipped every cutscene and just like ran around playing it as a non-Assassin's Creed game, I probably would have really enjoyed it. Personally speaking, I probably would have. The combat wasn't bad.
When I went back to Origins, I didn't like the combat as much as I thought I did.
I can see that, especially the way you said that you were playing through the entire franchise, right?
Mhm.
And pretty much from the first one all the way, I would say, to like Syndicate, because Syndicate had some weird S combat to it, in my opinion. Uh, up to
Yeah, it
that
was
point,
very choppy.
that was yes. Syndicate was the point. I would say the combat got a little different. Yeah, it got a little
Syndicate was
different.
the fall. Syndicate was the
Yeah,
fall.
yeah,
Actually, it was like Unity was if the peaks here, Unity was like,
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
then Syndicate was
yeah.
yeah, right there. And
And then it was just yeah. Um.
but hear me out. We can't say Unity is the best looking Assassin's Creed game anymore.
Oh yeah, I mean, aside from this game though, 100%, dude. Unity looked phenomenal. It really
It did,
for an Assassin's
but
Creed game, it looked phenomenal. And I mean, honestly speaking, Origins did too, but it was just a vast landscape of sand. So like,
Origins did look good, but it had something about it that made it feel like Syndicate. Like I
see,
don't know what it was.
I did play them back to back. I played Syndicate, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna play Origins. I played them back to back, back to back. But then this was like 3 years ago now, so I don't remember. And then
Go play Assassin's Creed.
I can say the one thing in Origins that like I wasn't a fan of is like the grindiness of getting gear.
Oh yeah, and
Uh,
upgrading all of your stuff.
that was
They
that.
brought that back in Valhalla and I think Odyssey. And
Eh.
I understand they wanted to make an RPG style
Well, they like
experience, and they succeeded.
actual.
It
Yeah, they did.
was.
They did
It,
an
and
actual
the people that
RPG.
liked it, like me,
Yeah,
I liked it a lot. Dude, I put a lot of time into Valhalla. I put
I
a
still need to
lot of
play
time
it.
into Origins. But I'm
Origins
going to
was
put
great.
way more time into this because it feels like a actual story-driven game. While you can go explore and do all this stuff, it still feels like I'm not avoiding missions to go do stuff. It
Oh
feels
yeah,
like it's working towards the direction of the end goal
that's tight.
altogether.
Yeah,
Whereas Valhalla is like, I'm just doing side quests.
straight up Skyrim. Straight up
Ah,
Skyrim.
you
I've
don't.
literally finished Skyrim one time. One time. One time. One time. One time.
I'm not going to talk about how many times I've played through it.
The one time. I just get stuck doing side quests. I just get and then I'll start a game and I'm like, all right, this time around, I'm gonna get every Daedric weapon, right? All right, I'm gonna get every Daedric artifact, right? I'm gonna get every Daedric
Oh,
artifact.
yeah.
And then I accomplish that, and then or I don't even accomplish it. I start it and I get like 6 deep, and I'm like, I'm over it.
You
Or
get
it's
to
like
Azura Star and you're like, whoa, this is convoluted.
100%.
And then you just give up.
100%. Or like finally I was like, I'm finally gonna play an actual mage, right? An actual mage, because I've never done a full-blown mage build in Skyrim. And then
Oh, they're fun.
I start doing mage, and then I'm like, oh, but I can be sneaky and I can just kill everything really quick by being sneaky. And then I load everything into a bow. Like
Bound bow.
that's
Bound bow.
oh, I never thought about that. But nonetheless, I can never. I have Oblivion. I've beat Oblivion like 5 times. Oblivion. Morrowind. I never finished the actual story of Morrowind.
Did
Never.
Anybody?
I don't know.
I don't even know how that game ends.
Our cousin, dude. He was really far into Morrowind. And then a main quest line, either the quest line actually bugged, in the sense of he was supposed to kill an enemy, the enemy was supposed to drop a weapon or like a key item of sorts, and it didn't happen.
Well,
So he just literally couldn't progress. And he was playing on
That's
Xbox, so
that's
he
that
couldn't.
no internet life, man.
Dude.
No patches.
Dude, there was no cock Todd test. Couldn't fix it, dude. There couldn't fix it because we're playing on the Xbox. You know,
COC Todd testing
That's
hall
100%.
walks up and down the stairs.
Dude. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, really excited about Shadows. I'm glad
I'm
you're
excited
enjoying
to
it.
get further into it and
Yeah.
play as that big beefy samurai.
That's that's what I wanted to mention was that what was the guy's name in Syndicate? The guy's name.
Jacob Fry.
It was Jacob. It was Jacob. How did I forget that? Don't know. But but Jacob
Yeah.
would have been the closest, or I don't know about Valhalla. Because Valhalla, you probably had some beefy builds you could do, right?
Oh, dude.
I was gonna say, because
Don't even talk to me
What's his
about
name?
my
Is it-
dual spear setup.
Yasuke, or is it Yasuke? Yeah, something like that. I'm sorry.
Yasuke. Yeah. Yasuke.
It's probably Yasuke. It's probably Yasuke. Yeah.
Say it however you want,
Yeah.
honestly.
Anyways, but the way his character is like shown to be like that brute. I haven't
he
seen it.
is.
I haven't seen it in Assassin's Creed. I have not seen it.
You play as him briefly at the beginning of the prologue, and dude,
Tight.
the cool thing about this game is that combat as Naue is actually really challenging when you're up against more than one person.
Dude, I just want
It's
the
like-
spinny sights. I just want the sights.
I haven't got those yet.
That's just like that. That's dude. That looks sick. That looks
I've
sick.
just been fighting with my katana, and I'm getting my butt whooped.
That's tight. That's tight.
It's a challenge,
That's
but
what you
it's
want.
so fun. It's so fun.
That's what
The
you want.
characters in the game, it's good. It's good. It's just
He's right,
good.
it's good.
My rating, if I had to,
An honest one. Honest. As of right now, because they could
as
change.
of right now, probably like an 8.5.
8.5.
Just because the voice acting could be better, and I've played games like Cyberpunk and Red Dead Redemption
Oh.
2, and I mean, come on.
Dude, you ain't. I mean, like that's peak. That's peak.
That is peak. That is peak.
It's peak.
Yep.
It's peak.
Yep.
Sorry. Dude, that's peak.
What was CD Projekt Red doing? Going, let's make our own engine, and then delay the game for it 7 years, and then be like, let's go back to Unreal.
Let's just go back to Unreal. It's fine. Let's just go back to Unreal. Yeah. I don't know. But still excited for the next Cyberpunk. Still excited for The Witcher 4. I mean, I'm whatever CDPR is cooking, dude. I'm here for it.
I'm also excited
Gobble it
for Blood of Dawnwalker. The Blood of Dawnwalker, that vampire game from the developers of The Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk.
It definitely gave me Vampire Masquerade vibes, and I don't know if you ever played that, and it was tight. It was really tight. I'm glad I went back
Nope.
and played that. We got it on Steam, so
Ooh.
oh, you have to you literally have to mod it for it to be playable on PC. You have to. Yeah, it's
Ooh.
yeah, but after you
I
do it,
didn't
it's
even think
tight.
about mods for Assassin's Creed. Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Well, Assassin's Creed aside, we can brush over this one real quickly, right? Real quickly, because some reasons, right? We'll get to it. Been a while since we've done conspiracy theory stuff, right? It's been a while. It's been a while.
Been a while.
Been a while. No.
Yeah.
No.
Sintakin.
No.
Oh man, I'm high.
But I sent this to Jacob, and then Jacob was like, I meant to send it because Jacob's always on top of like this like crazy stuff that happens. All right, always. He's always on top of it, and he'll send it to me or he'll send it in the group chat with our dad. And so possibly, I'm gonna use the word possibly, something pretty unbelievably monumental for the pyramids in Egypt just was found. Possibly.
Mhm.
I'm going to keep saying the word possibly because by technicality it hasn't been completely confirmed yet. You probably know more about this than I do. Like I know
Not like a ton, but I know that they recently did a scan with synthetic aperture radar, which is basically like
vibration.
when they scan, it kind of just looks like a heat map.
Yeah.
And what they
It's like a
saw looks
spectrometer.
like massive pillars,
You're
like
talking.
8 of them underneath the tomb of Khafre, the
You know.
pyramid in Giza.
Do you know how tall those cylinders are? Do you know?
Megalithic, probably.
It's like 650 meters.
What if they're just giant pillars? Like
Dude.
giant pillars with pointy tops this whole time?
Dude.
And giants were real.
Oh, that's the meme, right? That's the meme. Dude, that is Jacob, 650 meters is
2,000 feet?
That is 2,000 feet.
Yeah.
And then to top that off, not only do they believe they found these cylinders, underneath the cylinders, there is 2 80-meter by 80-meter boxes. Like a 80 by 80 square boxes.
What if it's just a big library?
Dude.
I mean, it's not, but
the cylinders in the boxes are literally bigger than the pyramids.
It's probably the power plant.
What known structure do we have currently that is that big underground? That I don't know.
2,000 feet goes through like several layers of earth too.
Dude, I don't know. Me personally, I don't know. But to create a cylinder that big, you have to clear so much room? Brother. You have to clear so much room. 2,000 feet? 650 meters? To our people across the pond? That's a... Dog. That's a ton. That is so deep.
Hashtag deep.
The Egyptians did it?
Well, no, because the Egyptians that came across like the Sphinx and whatnot.
Oh, the
dynastic Egyptians. And
yeah. It wasn't actually the Egyptians.
No, it was ancient Egyptians that we just call ancient Egyptians because
we don't actually separate the two.
We weren't around.
Yeah.
But hear me out. Like, give it another month. It's gonna be like some weird rock, and they're gonna be like,
That's why I kept saying possibly, because it right now this thing is it has not yet to be peer reviewed in any way. So this was just like a group of people claiming this is the possibility. Or
the thing with peer reviews
possibility
in archaeology finds and stuff like that, which is what I've heard at least, because I'm not an archaeologist, but a lot of peer reviews scrutinize certain things to go with the main agreed upon outcome of findings. So
really,
yeah.
So what you're saying is they're basically going to be like, guess what? It's real.
Probably not.
Oh, you're saying the opposite.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because when you have 10 people who say unlikely and 3 that say very likely, the 10 people usually win.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Even if the evidence is indisputable, those 10 people can all agree that
and they outweigh the minority.
And you toss a little money to the side,
it's over.
Little doodah-day.
Doodah-day. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But nonetheless, right?
Like, even now, 2 hours ago, no credible evidence supports claims of vast underground structures.
Let's be real.
And the thing is that they're gonna go, nah, it's just another conspiracy theory, losers.
Let's be real
then
though.
it's game over for those people.
There is, I don't want to say there's evidence, but there's the belief that basically all of the pyramids are connected, right? There is passageways connecting the pyramids underneath. And then using this, the method that they use to find these cylinders, right? They believe that they confirmed it. That's another thing.
No. There's no tunnels connecting the pyramids. I didn't think so. There's no physical tunnels. They're connected by
no.
conduits.
Yeah.
What?
No, because you even back when you did the I don't even know what you want to call it. Your thesis.
What do you mean connected?
They're interconnected in a sense, somehow, some way. You even
like
mentioned
they all
that.
serve the same purpose.
Not even oh well, okay, maybe that, I guess. And like I'm talking physically, like there is something connecting them under. You even talked about it, dude. You even talked about it.
The theory is that they were the rocks and elements used to make the pyramids also conduct some form of electricity.
So they're interconnected in that way.
Yeah, I
possibly.
guess.
Possibly.
You could say they were potentially some sort of power plant.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
All we gotta do is find out what kind of pillars or what kind of rock these pillars are made out of, and then we can really start jumping to conclusions.
That's gravy, baby. But that's why I kept saying possibly, because there's, as of right now, there's nothing to completely confirm that this is a thing. But it is cool to see that there is the possibility of some new evidence being found about these massive structures that we still don't even understand how we're made.
Yeah, I'd like to learn more about who did these scans and how it was funded and all of that before I start assuming that any of it has any footing.
It was actually a group of Italians. It was. Yeah.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. No. That's amore.
No, dude. There you go. But yeah. That's cool. It was just something cool that like something happened this week, because it's like when you told me about Göbekli Tepe, like that, like I have never heard anything about that until you mentioned it, and now knowing that this thing exists is like,
you gotta wonder what else.
That's tough.
Yeah,
you know, like that's.
And the thing is
that's tough.
We are as advanced as we've ever been right now, according to what we know.
Well, I'm breaking.
So the more we develop technology, the more we're going to find and learn and explore.
Yeah.
So, 100 years ago when they said, or, 150 years ago when they said, oh, the moon landing could never happen.
Yeah, right. Don't know if it did, but...
I was going to say, we might launch rockets, but listen.
Shooting people to the moon, dude? Come on.
They televised the moon landing.
How?
In 1960s?
Dude, how?
Dude.
How?
I go into a concrete room, I can't make a phone call.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
How you getting comms from the big ball in the sky?
The big ball. Yeah. Yeah, dude. The big ball of cheese. Dude.
Oh, it is cheese.
Yeah, yeah. Straight up televised, nonetheless, right?
They can't prove it's not.
Yeah.
Pull up! Pull up TikTok Live on the moon! Do it, I dare ya! You can't! I won't believe we landed on the moon until somebody's on TikTok Live.
Right. On the moon?
Yep. Yep.
Dude, I'm gonna make a TikTok this week of me green screen on the moon.
Eating cheese.
Yeah,
Whoa!
eating cheese.
Just take a clump out, reach down, just a whole block of cheese.
That's
Cheddar,
great.
not even
dude.
mozzarella,
Dude,
just cheddar.
not
yellow
cheddar.
cheese.
No, it's gotta be. Wait, my cheeks hurt. It's gotta specifically the cheddar that's white and yellow.
Ooh, Colby Jack? Is that what you're
Colby
saying?
Jack, that's what it is. Colby Jack. So it's nothing like the moon.
Blue cheese. It's molded?
Oh no, that's great.
How's the moon round? How's
That's-
Earth round? Why is the sun also round? Come on.
I'll jack you up because I googled this. I went down a wormhole the other day.
And
We're
you're
not
gonna
going
tell
there.
me it's some foo-foo gravity crap, right?
Oh, dude. Listen. Real quick, give you a brief overview. I had the same question. I was like, why is why are planets, why is the sun, why is everything round, right? And they're like,
Just
it's because it's gravitational pull. And I said, all right, what causes gravitational pull, right? It is, wait. It is
Mass.
mass, right? So what is mass? This took me an hour to do this. All right. What is mass, right? Mass is made up of matter. Okay, buddy. One more time. Let's Google it. What is matter then? What is matter? Oh, well, matter.
What's the matter, baby?
Dude, what's the matter? what's the matter? As I'm panicking right now. What's matter, right? Matter is made up of protons, electrons, and neutrons. Dude. So I
Yeah.
said, what gives an object mass, right? What gives object mass? It's the makeup of the protons, the neutrons, the electrons, dude.
Well, it's the bigger you are, the more attracted everything is to you because protons
Because
and
you have-
neutrons are doing this.
Because you have more matter.
But hear me out. If a black hole is
But this
void of
doesn't
matter,
answer my
why
question.
is it round?
It doesn't answer. That's what I'm saying. No, it doesn't. It doesn't answer my question.
Hey, guess what? We don't know.
Dude.
That's the thing. We don't know.
And we just literally just can't prove gravity, right? Like
Sure, Isaac Newton.
we
did.
know things like, dude, Isaac Newton.
Apples to apples. We
Yeah,
figured
dude.
it out, baby.
Straight up. Yeah.
We don't know.
That jacked me up. though.
Nobody could give me a definitive answer as to why the moon is round like the earth. And not only that, but it's drifting away from us, and we're also drifting away from the sun. It's such a perfect speed that in our lifetime
the
of
Big Bang.
existence,
It's the Big Bang.
no, hear me out.
Big Bang.
If 500 million years of life on Earth, right?
Big Bang.
Not humans, but 500
Yeah,
million years of life.
Yeah, of life. Yeah.
We are living
In
in the perfect time where the moon is the perfect distance
Yep.
between us and the sun,
The sport
both
life.
being round,
Yep.
and they cross over each other perfectly. But
Great
if the moon
eclipses.
was any further away,
We're dead. No.
no, it wouldn't.
No.
It wouldn't cover the sun properly.
Yeah.
But for some reason, we're the one thing that's intelligent enough to go,
That's an eclipse.
how'd they know what Pluto looked like when Socrates was around?
Do they still teach about Pluto in school?
I don't know.
It's the 9th planet, dude. Don't care.
Hear me out. Why'd they teach about any planets in school?
Yeah, you're right.
What am I going to do with that?
You're gonna go take a trip to the moon. Duh. Duh.
Huh.
Duh.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna go to Mars. Duh.
Okay, we going to go to Jupiter?
Yeah, get more stupider. Duh. No.
Like I can appreciate the study of planets, but hear me out. All we know is all a telescope or computer has told us that we know.
That's not
And
true, dude. They made it to the moon.
no, they didn't.
He's
No, they didn't.
straight up. No.
And a magic
No.
bullet killed JFK and shot another dude in the leg, and
He says the magic bullet.
that's what they called it.
What? Did they? There's no way. They called it the magic bullet? Stop.
Dude,
There's no way. That's what they called it? There's no... Stop.
well, they
The
need to stop teaching
magic
about Pluto.
Yeah, bro, I swear. No, they call it the single bullet theory, dude, not the magic bullet. The single bullet. Oh,
Single
also known as the magic bullet theory. Well, toss it out
On the news, they called it a magic bullet.
Dude, straight up, I'm like, toss it out the window.
They also said there was one shooter when JFK got shot in the neck and then the head. So, I mean, come on. He went forward and then backwards. Hey, guess what?
Math, brother. You know what? No. Science.
Yeah.
Science. You know? So,
We're
What
all
way to end.
conspiracy theorists at the end of the day.
who's ready
And you
for
know
another
what?
conspiracy theory episode? Because now I'm fired up, baby.
Dude, they found mammoths in Michigan.
We gotta end the episode here.
Did you know
Dude,
that? Did you know that?
when?
I think 2019 or something like that.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me because the Upper Peninsula is
2015.
a
actually.
dumb, vast wasteland
It wasn't
of
the Upper
mostly wind.
Peninsula. It was down in the Lower Peninsula.
What?
Yeah, it was like I think 30 minutes from where I'm at.
Ha-
Roamed between
dirt?
11,700 and 15,000 years ago.
That's
Yeah, in the dirt. It was on somebody's property.
Huh?
Yeah, I
What?
think they were digging gutters or something, or
And they were
like
just
a
like, "Oh,
culvert.
That's a
Yeah,
mammoth.
and they straight up came across a preserved.
mammoth.
I don't think it was a fully
No,
preserved
well,
mammoth.
yeah.
Yeah. About
goes
dude,
hard.
over the years, the remains of 300 mastodons and 30 mammoths have been recovered in Michigan.
I mean, dinosaurs have been recovered everywhere in the world. So
Hear me out.
what?
We didn't know they had feathers until like 10 years ago.
And like a vast majority of dinosaurs have
So
feathers.
how are you gonna tell me you found 5
Jurassic
bones
Park?
here, 5 bones there,
Dude, Jurassic
and
Park's
they
a lie.
probably go together?
What I was taught in
based
school,
on-
that's actually dumb to think about, right? Like what I was taught in school about dinosaurs, right? And then they come out. When I was in school, right? When I was learning about dinosaurs, I was like, all right, this is like 2000. Yeah. This is like 2008, right? 2008. And then in like 2017, they're like, oh, guess what? Most of them had feathers. Most of them had feathers.
Makes you wonder what chickens are you know,
They're dinosaurs.
where they come from.
Dinosaurs. You ever seen those like weird crab things that straight up literally look like a dinosaur? That is a
Huh?
cephalopod? I don't know what the heck they're called. I don't know what
Huh?
they're called. I don't know the weird. They roll up, dude. They ball up. I don't know what they're called.
Oh, I think I know what you're
People
talking
in Asia eat them.
about. Oh, yeah.
It's not legal in the States. You can't eat them in the States.
They found
It's like a zebra crab or some
crustacean
crap. I can't remember. Why are we still going?
that was like 4 million years old just recently.
That's tight. I mean, like alligators, dinosaurs, turtles,
But it was
dinosaurs.
alive.
That's what alligators, dinosaurs, turtles, dinosaurs, sharks, dinosaurs.
I feel like turtles
Dolphins?
have just always been turtles. Dude.
Oh, turtles have always been turtles. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Still a dinosaur?
Sloths used to be
Dinosaur.
big.
Dinosaur. Mega sloth. Dude, 100%.
And
Earth
here we
is
are
crazy.
complaining about Assassin's Creed Shadows.
On the internet. On the internet.
On the internet, dude. Don't y'all work?
Don't get me started
People
on this
be at work
thing
just
again.
fuming, dude.
It's just-
I hate that I can destroy stuff. Oh.
That's crazy.
And then they buy the game anyways, just to complain about the game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
And that's
Yeah.
the game.
that's the
That's the game.
at that point you lost the game. You know what I'm saying? You lost. If you bought the game you were complaining about, you lost the game.
Go play The Sims or something.
No, don't. Do not give EA your money.
Isn't The Sims 4 free?
The base game, yeah. But if
Yeah,
you want
well,
to,
yeah.
if you want to enjoy the entire experience, we already went over this. It's about
No. Go play The
$2,500.
Sims and then complain about that. Come
There
back
you
when
go.
you got something real to complain about, buddy.
That's it. That's all I got. That was solid
And
though.
you said we didn't have enough to talk about.
No, I literally said we did have enough. What do you mean? I said we did. And then Jacob was like, I'm going to fight anybody that says Shadows is bad.
Hey, the whole world agrees with me now. Well, almost.
That's
81%.
81%, right? Going off on a high note, right? I talked about it last week. My music recommendation for this week. I talked about it briefly but pretty heavily last week. Started listening to Sleep Token recently, oddly enough, and then not long after I started listening to them, they dropped a song, and the song is an absolute banger, and I've been listening to it on repeat, and I can't stop. And it's like literally, dude, it's like 6 genres in one song, which is like the craziest. It's so good. It's so good. So my song rec for the week is Emergence by Sleep Token. Yeah, that dude, it's bonkers. And then like this band of like 5 people, they just literally don't know who they are. The only person they can confirm his identity is the singer,
Oh,
Vessel.
I see what you're saying. I thought you meant they don't know. They don't know who they are. And I was like, what does that even mean?
No, like the only
I don't know
the
who I am.
only
They look in the mirror and they go, might be rock, might be jazz today.
No.
Who knows? We
No.
don't know. We don't know who we are.
The only person that has had their identity confirmed is the singer. Everybody else in the band, their names are not out there. And the way they name themselves, the band, like them as individuals, is straight up 1, 2. Well, it's not even 1. It's 2, 3.
I was
4.
going to make a joke about thing 1, thing 2.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Here we are. Yeah. Huh. The singer's
Maestro!
name, dude. Nah. But then yeah, the singer's name is Vessel. Only confirmed identity as far as I can find. Wild. So good on them for being able to protect their identities. That's really cool, actually. Like it really
Heck
is.
yeah.
You imagine being, I mean, they are very famous. So good for them. It's cool to be able to do something like that, pursue something you love, and then at the same time not have to be hounded by society. So that's tight. That's actually really cool.
That's the dream, baby.
It literally is the dream, right?
And that's why John Bellion isn't under UMG anymore.
Not according to Spotify, but
Well, hear me out. Spotify schmotify.
Yeah, you're
the
right.
DJ plays me Sabrina Carpenter as recommendations. And I've never listened to a single one of her songs.
Yo, everybody likes espresso though, so I'm just
Dude, I went to a Tigers game last summer, and on the 25-minute drive to the stadium,
yeah,
I think it played 3 times.
the same song
The same song.
still slaps. So
It
still slaps.
it doesn't.
It does. It does. That's good.
slaps itself into the dumpster
Slaps.
like
Ooh.
dunk.
Yeah. No, I like the song. It's good. It's not bad. It's good. It's good. It's good. But Song Rec, Emergence by Sleep Token. Go check it out over on the playlist at it's on YouTube now. It's on YouTube.
So, hey,
It's on
you see that
Spotify.
little icon over there? I'm talking about the YouTube icon. There you go.
It's directly
Go get it.
right here. It's right here. Yeah. So the playlist are the music recommendation playlist is now on YouTube, and it's forever been on Spotify, but new to YouTube. You can check that out. Quite literally, you look up 2 Degrees of Separation on Spotify, and I believe on YouTube, if you look up 2 Degrees of Separation as a playlist, it should come up. If not, it is. We have it as a playlist on our YouTube.
Yeah.
I hope.
All you gotta do
I
is
hope.
click if you're on YouTube, click the name of the channel, and then up at the top, click playlists.
Jacob's actually right. That is right. It is correct. It is
Oh,
on.
I know.
It is on our YouTube.
I,
It is. It is on our
I've-
YouTube.
I've been on YouTube for a long time.
Sick. So, that's all I got. I kind of slacked off a bit on the clips this week. I missed like 2 days, so I got to get back in it. This past week was hectic. A lot happened this past week. But if you guys want to check out some of them funny moments from the podcast, the highlights, if you will, the highs and the lows. Not so much the lows. The highs for sure. Go check us out over on the socials at the number 2 DOF separation across the board, baby. Anywhere on the internet, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere. I pretty much gave up on Threads. I pretty much gave up on Blue Sky. Sorry. So I mean, basically,
I don't blame you.
I mean, we have them. They're there. But I ain't got it in me. But if you want to follow us on TikTok, Facebook, X, Instagram, it's all there. All
we
the
on
majors.
TikTok now.
We on the
We're on TikTok now.
We've been on the TikTok.
We've been on the TikTok.
We've been on the TikTok.
Clips actually do well on TikTok.
There's some that yeah.
Shout out TikTok.
Shout out TikTok.
China.
No. But that's all I got. If you enjoy the podcast and you like listening to us ramble about all sorts of stuff, whether it be video games, whether it be some music, whether it be this conspiracy stuff, whether like the themed holiday stuff that we do. You know what we haven't done that we really need to talk about?
Easters.
Easters, movies and TV shows. We've never really talked about that. And like, dude, we got some stuff there. So, got some stuff there. But that's all I got. That's it. Yeah, if you enjoy the podcast, don't forget to leave us a rating, whether it be on Spotify, whether it be over on Apple. And then, of course, when it comes to YouTube, I got to bring it over to your boy.
If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, hit that subscribe button, and tick that bell notification. Like your life depends on it. And if you would, we would like a donation fee of $25.
No. I do lastly want to mention before we wrap up, Wash will also be added to the playlist this week because it is a phenomenal song and I love John, and thank you for bringing back Kid Again. I'm going to make a clip just for John this week, and if you think I'm not going to tweet him, you're wrong, because gonna. So, thank you for bringing back Kid Again. It's great. Go check out Wash. Go listen to Emergence by Sleep Token. And that being said,
get your pet spayed and neutered.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening.